Thanks, Malika. The city's fan base has fallen head over heels with this Thunder team. And apparently they've recovered from the gut punch in Game 1, hoping tonight to help their team even up these finals. The man responsible for the gut punch, Tyrese Halliburton, adding to his historic playoff run of clutch shot making. And now the response from the league's MVP and his OKC teammates who have excelled in bounce-back games all season long. And good evening, everyone. Along with Richard Jefferson and Doris Burke, Mike Green on hand, George Sedano with us tonight. Welcome to Game 2 of the NBA Finals.
Pacers, but there is a lot of help out there. The Indiana Pacers are an equal opportunity, and Andrew Nembhard took full advantage of his opportunity, getting downhill, taking his time, and attacking the MVP, knocking down a three. He's a point guard and a playmaker, getting the big fella involved for the jumper, and that got us to Tyrese Halliburton, who is on an absolute historic run, Mike. They're going to need all hands on deck again if they're going to take a commanding 2-0 lead here in this finals.
They've had one each round against nearly insurmountable odds, as you see here. When I spoke to Tyrese Halliburton yesterday, he credited his Olympic experience, watching his teammates, particularly during the Serbia game, managing those huddles and executing in a game that, had they lost, would have put them in jeopardy of not medaling. By the way, for those wondering at home what the chances are of the Pacers getting all 4 of those wins in that fashion, the odds are nearly 650 million to 1. The same odds as hitting 2 Powerball jackpots in one lifetime, Mike.
Very nice, George.
Fourth quarter lead, one of which was an uber-aggressive MVP. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said he was disappointed he missed some passing windows. But what we know unequivocally, and he did it again in Game 1, is a downhill driver. He's so dynamic. The ability to finish against pressure through traffic is so problematic. He loved this shot. This would have put him up 3. Great defense by Andrew Nembhard, just off the back iron. But the 2 next guys, Jalen Williams at his best, Mike, when his fingerprints are all over the game defensively, stealing, blocking shots. And Chet, we've got to feel him defensively tonight.
So we're all set for Game 2. Who will step forward tonight, like the point guard from Oshkosh did in Game 1?
We never believe that the game is over until it hits 0. That's just the God honest truth.
The NBA Finals are presented by YouTube TV, where your favorite sports and live TV are in one app. There's no TV like YouTube TV. Try it free. And in part by 28 years later, in theaters only June 20th. This presentation of the NBA Finals presented by YouTube TV will continue after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
And we'll have our first time out. 6.5 remaining here. Opening quarter, a 2-point lead for the Thunder. Let's take a look at who's getting buckets, brought to you by KFC. Not just buckets, clutch buckets. This started way back in October. Throughout the course of the regular season and here in the playoffs, Tyrese Halliburton on an historic run. Look at the field goal percentage in the final 2 minutes to either tie or take the lead. You know, all talked about was that anonymous poll in The Athletic. He was voted the most overrated. I think if they revote, he's going to get the most underrated clutch player of all time.
Enter on the floor. So what does the double big give you? Chet, we said we had to feel you at the rim tonight. Send that back, young son.
Bricklayers in ball shorts, coaching from the side of the ball court. If you know, you know. One stop.
Let's take a look at tonight's Star Watch, brought to you by Emika. Doris.
Indiana has been the best shooting team in the playoffs. They lead in three-point percentage. They're 49% in the playoffs from the corners. If you are not there on the catch, if you are not up into the body, it's going to be a problem. Of the 18 threes they made in Game 1, 10 came from the corner.
Here in Game 2, Chet Holmgren looking to bounce back from a subpar Game 1. Only had 6 points, struggled shooting. but he leads everybody in scoring with 9. After 1, the Thunder, a 6-point advantage. On Friday, the NBA, OKC Thunder, and Emirates unveiled a new Wonder Room at the Boys and Girls Clubs of Oklahoma County. Players, legends, team, league, and partner executives on hand to dedicate the space, complete with new STEM technology and furniture. These efforts highlight the NBA's commitment to supporting the community through NBA Cares and using the power of basketball to bring people together. Well, one of the great things about this finals matchup, the fan bases of both teams just off the charts. Now, of course, we're going to see that in games 3 and 4. Pretty good atmosphere, though, at the home of the Pacers back in Indianapolis with the watch party. Another 9-0 run. The lead's up to 15.
Again, just moving the ball. Kendrick Williams doesn't get a lot of time. Check. And there's just nobody that's going to get to the big fella in time. Just throw it down, big fella. Throw it down.
Want more playoff stats? Just ask Siri. Who leads the basketball playoffs in assists?
15-point lead for OKC, the 7-footer from Minneapolis. What a start and a terrific bounce back after that subpar game. Number 2 pick in the draft back in 2022. Paolo Banchero was number 1, and his whole rookie year, the 23-point lead. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander leading the way. It has been a season of brilliance. All-star, All-NBA first team, MVP, West Finals MVP, the NBA scoring champ. And again, one of the beautiful things about him, he is such a respected and beloved leader.
Well, this team plays the exact same way. OKC says they are committed to their style regardless of the score and the circumstance. And what does that mean? That means tempo. It means threes. Neesmith getting them a little closer.
Dance with me, turn down for who, girl? Another round to help us step the moves up. Yeah, but that round need a measurement ruler. Celebrate life and I'll pay for it.
The last time they lost a game 1 second round against Denver, lost game 1 at home. In a fourth quarter collapse, they responded with a 43-point win. A big response here in game 2 of the finals. Halftime, an 18-point OKC lead.
ESPN. Welcome to the Kia Halftime.
9-second effort. It has to be the full 48. Chet Holmgren, he struggled to finish at the rim in game 1. Not the case in this one tonight.
Well, not on that one, Malika. That's nobody's there.
Play grown man basketball.
We'll be right back.
This halftime report is presented by Kia. Movement that inspires.